How's it going, guys? Today I will be teaching you how to make a guarantee profit, okay, on the market and how you can do this. And just bear with me, guys, that this video was very insane, and I know. And yes, indeed, you can do that, but just because you can do this doesn't mean you should do this. And also, there are very specific reasons to why you wouldn't do this in the first place. So it's not something that you're gonna do every time, all the time, okay? But it's something that you can do very specific reasons, like I said, which could be beneficial to you, okay? So that's how we're gonna do it. And just bear with me, this works on every strategy, and not every strategy, but like all the markets, not just Forex market, but it could also work on the stocks and everything. And let's go straight to it. So the strategy is, for those of y'all who don't know the stocks, there's a strategy called straddle, which is basically a position where you would be holding short and long at the same time, with the same lot size, and whichever way the chart picks, whichever, if it doesn't matter if it's going upwards or downwards, the side that it picks, you would close the profit, and then the other operation that you have going against you, you would just leave it there on the drawdown, and you would literally make a guaranteed result. So that's kind of how the strategy is, but in Forex instead of stock market. That's kind of how it works. And if for those of y'all who are familiar, you already know what it is, but if you're not familiar, let me explain it to you. So in this case right here, I am using this lot size. So we're using proportional lot size from $70 to every 0.01 lot size. So the minimum lot size that we have available in Forex is 0.01, and you can use, in this case, for this video, I'm using $70, okay? And for this video, I'm using $10,000 as an example, using rule of 3 to calculate the proportional lot size for a $10,000 account, which in this case would be 1.43, okay? And 70, you could stretch or shrink it. So the more you stretch it, like let's say you want to go $90 or $100 every 0.01, you would have a higher, like a bigger or a larger channel for the chart to move, you know, and also making it beneficial and also maleficial to you, because if you're going to be safer, but you're also going to be making less profit, and the opposite is the same way. So if you want to shrink it, for example, if you want to shrink to $35 to every 0.01 or $20 to every 0.01, essentially is good, quote unquote, because you're going to be making profit faster, but you're also going to be losing money faster. That's why people sell you the idea of, oh, okay, let's trade with $20, $15, which, yes, sure, it is possible, but just doesn't mean it's possible. Just because it's possible doesn't mean you should do it. So that's kind of how it works. So I've already wasted so much time here. So this is the leverage size we're going to use for a $10,000 account. And then what we can do here, let me show it to you. So basically, we have the chart here, okay? No, not here. That was shitty. We have the chart here, and let's pretend that in the middle here we have the candles. Okay, here it's what we would place an order, for example. So, for example, we would place an order here. I don't know if I can move it. Yeah, whatever. So we would place an order here in the middle on the circle, and we would be buying a position. Okay, so we're going to be buying a position, and we want to make sure the chart goes up, okay? And at the same time you buy a position, you want to be selling a position. So for example, because we're using a $10,000 account and I'm using a proportional lot size of 70 to every 0.01, I'm going to do 1.43, which is our proportional lot size, divided by 3, because it's the way I trade. Is not the correct way, but it's the way I trade it, being 0.47. So I can open 3 trades of 0.47. So in this case, what we would do is we would sell a position right here, okay, at the same spot. It has to be at the same spot, okay, at 0.47 lot size. You would be selling that. 20, and then you would be buying 0.47 the same way as well. And then essentially that's it. This is a straddle or a strangle, because you were stuck in this position. No matter what happens now, if the chart's going up, you're gonna be making profit from this first trade here, from this first position, the bot position. And if the chart goes down, you're also gonna make profit from the second position here, but you're gonna be losing from the first one, which is downward. But either way, it doesn't matter where the chart goes, you would literally be quote unquote making a guaranteed result, but there is a cost to that, which is the margin of your account. So that's why even though it's guaranteed, it's not something that you should be doing on a daily basis or all the time, because the more you use the margin of your account, the more you would be risking your account to blow up. So for example, let's say you want to make 5% in 1 month. So what we would do is, first off, you need to have, for this strategy, I only suggest people doing it if you have margin in your account. So if you have a low margin, you shouldn't even bother doing this because it's too risky and you don't want to do this. So for example, we have USD JPY, and I said we're going to enter with 0.47, right? Yeah, so 0.47. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy GBP, USD JPY at 0.47, and I'm also going to sell. Yeah, so I bought it. I bought it at 161.264, and I sold a position. I placed sold a selling position at 161.260. I think there's a little spread here, but either way, it's okay. So what happens now is that I'm stuck in this position. So it doesn't matter where the chart goes, even if it's going up or down, I would still make profit on one of the positions. Right now I'm both negative because of the cost of the operation, but I just need to take time. So if the chart, let's say the chart goes down here, if the chart goes to this way, I would be making money from, I would be profiting from the first selling position here, and I would be getting a drawdown on my buying position. Or if the chart goes up, I'll be making money from the buying position and I'll be losing money from the selling position. So basically, I'm trading one thing for the other. I'm trading margin of account for profit. Okay. And why would someone even want to do this in the first place? So because the market is too large, and I don't even think there's a right answer to anything. Like, the market could be that there's something that could be true to you or true to me. We all have our own truths in the market. And the biggest thing about the market is that there's no absolute truth, because no one really knows exactly where the market is going or when. So it's very broad, this topic. But in my opinion, I think one of the greatest ways of using that is to, let's say you have two accounts. For example, you have two accounts, and one of your accounts you have $10,000, and the other account you have, I don't know, maybe $40,000, for example. It's just an example. And then one of your accounts, like account A, you're stuck in the position. Let me go there. Let me go back here. So on account A, can I make it more thicker? A little thicker. Yeah, so on account A, you have 10K. Sorry for this horrible drawing. Awful. On account B, I have 40K. And let's say I'm trading both on Forex. For example, I have a total of 50K in Forex, and I'm using 10K in 40K, which is on account B. But what happened with my account A is I reached let's say 85%. Oh my God, that's awful. 85% of drawdown, okay, on my account A. And I am pretty much stuck there, and I need to wait to get more margin, or I will use the rest of the margin, which is the 50%, the 15%. But, the closer you get to that margin, the closer you get to blowing up your account. So you really need to be careful with that. And say you don't want to risk that account. So what you do, you place a hedging position to be stuck and be protecting your account at 85%. So neither are you making profit, nor are you losing money. So you're stuck there. You're not even losing money, but you're also not making money, and you're stuck there. So what you would do in this case, for example, is you could use the margin of this account B, which is 40K, and do, like, let's say 10%, which is 4,000. So 10% of 40,000 is 4,000. And then you would do the strategy, for example, here on account B to save account A. But you're gonna tell me no. But you're gonna still tell me now. Oh, but why are you using the margin of account B? First off, because you need to. There's the cost of opportunity, and secondly, you're trying to save the account and gaining more time. And thirdly, even if you are killing, like, quote unquote, that 10% margin of account B, you still have 90% of margin on account B. So you're still very safe on account B, even though you're using a 10% margin. I'm not saying that you should do that, but in a few sentences, it is a good idea if you want to save an account. And let's say you do that, and then you earn 10,000. So you place an order, and then let's say 3, 4, 5 days has passed by, and now you got 4,000 guaranteed profit. Okay, you guaranteed 4,000, but you also have a 10K, a 4K of drawdown now. Okay, 4K negative. And you have 4K positive. So what you would do, you would use the profit that you have from the account. Okay. You do the profit that you have from the account B, and deposit the money on account A. So what you would do is you would decrease the drawdown significantly for, I don't even know, like maybe even less than 40%. So 70, 60, 50, 45. So now you'll be dropping to 85% to 45%. So I don't know if you got what I'm trying to say. So essentially, you just got you're making your account breathe a little bit, quote unquote. You're breathing out a little bit. You're giving it time, you're giving it space. You're not squeezing so tight the margin to the point where you're gonna lose all of your money. And now you have a little bit more time to work. And then, of course, you don't want to be using too much of the margin of account B, because if you do that, you're gonna end up destroying both accounts. And that's not the goal here. The goal is to maintain account B as safe as possible. So worst case scenario, if you're stuck in hedging or some position, you can save account A, and you can give it more time to breathe. And then essentially you need to wait until account B to decrease the margin again, and then account A would have more time, and you essentially working on both, and then until on the long run you save both the accounts, and then you do it again, the profit, and you do repeat the process like forever, because that's how we do it in Forex. Okay, just repeat the process of forever, and that's kind of how you do it. So that's why the strategy, which is like the straddle, quote unquote, or I'm just gonna say lock-in strategy, is a good idea. This is just one scenario. So there are like millions of scenarios where you could use it, and that's just one. Okay, and it really depends on the account as well. Like, for example, if you have $100,000 account and you're just using 4K of drawdown, that's slightly 4%. That barely hurts the account if you are on the proportional lot size. If you're not on the proportional lot size, it could really be harmful for you. So if you are at the right margin level and the right proportional lot size, and you're just using a very minimum percentage off your capital to do the drawdown to save the other account, and gaining time and making the other account breathe, then you're good to go. And then on the long term, because we're doing swing trading and we have time in our favor, it's not day trading. That's why swing trading is way, in my opinion, is way better than day trading with way less risk, because you actually have time in your favor, which is the only thing that we have in Forex when we're doing this, and especially because you're not using stop loss. So that's kind of how you would do this. That's kind of how I would do it. Okay. And yeah, that was the video. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you think about the strategy. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you disagree, if you agree, what do you think? What do you prefer? Do you have any ideas? And let me know. I want to learn from you as well. Okay, I love learning from you guys, and I hope we can learn together Forex and beat this market and make money from it, because it is really good, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Please subscribe, and bye.